is trending, and I sit back, analyze the whole thing, and I'm like, how can this happen? Price of everything is going up in this country. At this point, you can go and buy something at a shop. You go back, you turn around, that same day now, you go back to the shop, they'll tell you they've increased the price. And you can't argue because everything is going up. And in the same way, transport fares are going up. To the point where these people in this Trotro were fighting over the fare. There was a little disagreement, misunderstanding, and a series of events led to the demise of one of the passengers. And I don't understand. How could this, a simple increment of fare, lead to this place? We'll explain it and we'll go step by step. I'm the Headless YouTuber, this Headless Reactions. Yanka! So this thread was posted on Twitter by one entry, Edmond. Edmond posted this and it started off as something funny. Because we all know that when you sit inside Trotro and there's any drama going on, you take out your phone and you start taking video because you know that it's going to be funny. Now, as the story goes on, it's turned into something else. And I'm sure nobody expected the ending. Now, let's go on. This is what he posted, the first video that he posted. He said, the massive increments in the price caused brouhaha in our vehicle. So, a male passenger who couldn't stop talking after everyone was calm at some point kept annoying the driver and his mates to the extent that the driver had to stop at mile 7 Rasta Park, around Rasta Park, mile 7, and return to the terminal. Now let's talk about this place. The increase of the fare. Everybody in the car was complaining. Everybody was shouting. This is a car going from La Paz to around Pokwase. From La Paz to Pokwase. Now, when they got to mile 7, the driver decided to return back to La Paz because what? There's a lot of talking in the car. Now, a lot of people were shouting in the car, as you can see. A lot of people were angry. But it got to a point where everybody cooled down. Only one passenger said, hey, I will not cool down. And he kept talking. And that's annoying the driver and the mate. To the point that they decided, okay, let's turn the car around. Let's drive everybody back to La Paz. And let's go and put everybody there. Give everybody their money. So that everybody will go. And you think about it and you wonder, say, okay, so is it because of that small increment? Because of that, this driver is willing to drive with his fuel. Mile 7 to La Paz is far. With his fuel and drive all the way to La Paz. This driver is mad. And at this point too, nobody in the car could tell the driver that, you know what, it's okay. Instead of driving back, you've come almost halfway. Just, how much is it left? Let me just add it, and then let's go. All the passengers in the car sat in the car. This driver turned around, and they kept saying in the car that when you get to the place, we will not get down anything. Now let's go to the second part of the thread. The driver returned his car to the La Paz bus terminal. Please, H.E. Edmond, I don't know if you just came back from the US or UK. Here we don't say bus terminal. It's a station. It's a station. Trotro station. Yeah, and also, the driver returned his car to the La Paz Trotro station. And there, they had support of their co-workers at the Trotro station. We were all asked to get down from the bus, but the man causing the chaos still insisted he is not getting down. Persuasion failed and force was applied. So after everybody has complained in the bus, people decided, the driver decided to do this crazy thing of driving all the way from mile 7 to La Paz. When they got to the Trotro station, they told everyone to get down from the car. Everybody take your money, we are not going again. The man who was causing the wahala in the car, he said, no, I will not get down. Because what? So 247. So they had to forcibly, they had to remove him from the car by force. During the force applied by the Trotro Mate at the station, the man decided to fight them back, which led to a huge fight between him and bus conductor and his mates. With a backing from their co-workers. After several minutes of fight, this male passenger lost his life. After several minutes of fight. So you caused problem. There has been an increase in the price. You said you will not understand. They said, okay, if that's the case, we are not going again. We have gone back to the station. Get down from the car. Go and enter another car that you think the price is the same. This man said he will not get down from the car. They dragged him out of the car and it turned to a fight between he and the driver and the mate. How can you go and fight people at a Trotro station? The Trotro driver and the mate, they are home. And you alone, you want to go and cause fights over there. And that was how this whole thing happened. To the point where this man lost his life. He lost his life after one unaware punch. Because it's at the Trotro station, other Trotro mates and things were just throwing punch, One unaware punch, which made his head hit the pavement at the terminal and he lost his precious life. May his soul rest in perfect peace. I can't believe he lost his life over 2 cedi increments. 2 cedi increments of the fare. And because of that, a series of unfortunate events has happened. That has led here. Now you can look at this from 2 different perspectives. One, some Trotro drivers and Trotro mates are taking advantage of this whole increment of things, and they intentionally increase their fares when people or when the GPRTU hasn't increased fares. Some Trotro drivers, some Trotro mates, they intentionally do that. And when you want to argue it out, they'll tell you drop from the car. Some people intentionally add 20 pesos. 20 pesos is not any idea of money. To a lot of people, 20 pesos is not anything. But the fact that you are coming to cheat me 20 pesos and cheat all the 16 people sitting in the car 20 pesos, sometimes it's painful. And these Trotro drivers and Trotro mates, some of them intentionally do that. Just to, I don't know what kind of cheating game is that. And another perspective you can look at this from is the way prices are going up. Fuel prices always going up. And sometimes you don't have to, it's like they can't wait for GPRTU to come and tell them to increase their price. Because they went to the fuel pump yesterday. The fuel price was, let's say, 14 cedis per liter. Now it's going towards 17 cedis per liter. You can't tell them to still charge how much they were charging when the fuel was at 7 cedi or 10 cedi per liter. It's dicey. So now if you sit down and think about it, fine, they've increased their fare. Fine. Meanwhile, you there are sitting down, your salary has not been increased. I know. Sometimes all these fares are going up. Fare is going up, fuel price going up, rent going up, everything is going up. Meanwhile, your boss has come out as if your boss doesn't know what is going on in the country. Your boss doesn't want to increase your salary. But if you think about it, because of that 2 cedi increment or whatever, everybody in the bus, nobody could say, you know what, it's okay. The country is hot too. At this point, nobody even could volunteer to pay the difference so that they will go. So this driver, who is also one crazy guy, decided to drive back with his fuel. Drive back from Mile 7 all the way to La Paz. And to tell everybody to drop from the car. And unfortunately for this man, he said he will not drop. And that caused the fight, and now this is him. They were putting him in a taxi to take him to a nearby hospital. This is sad. This is very sad. Now, some people, I know that someone may say, oh, this is 2 cedi. Someone to say 2 cedi is a lot of money. I agree. 2 cedi is a lot of money to some people. Especially if you have budgeted and you are working with budget. And you go and sit in a car and all of a sudden they are telling you they've increased their price. It's a lot of money. But is it worth your life? Is it worth fighting over? To the point where now you've gone to fight, unfortunately, this is what has happened to you. Things are hard in the country. I'm aware. Things are hard in the country, but sometimes if you weigh the option to fight somebody over 20 pesos, that you, when you get home, you give to some child and say, go. Just that 20 pesos that you add to your fare. Is it worth fighting with a mate over? Is it worth fighting with a driver over? And to end everything, let me just say this. Sometimes the passengers need to respect the Trotro Mate, the conductors, the Trotro Mate conductors. No? Passengers need to respect them. Sometimes small talk, Oh, mate, today I'll short you 20 pesos. I beg. I didn't know they've increased the price of budget. Today I'll short you 20 pesos. Why? Or I'll short you 50 pesos. Why? I'll pay tomorrow when I come. Simple. They are also human beings. They will understand. But if you want to go and use Takashi, hey, leave there. I will not pay. That is where they will also show you that you are in their office. The Trotro is their office. So you can't come and tell them what to do in their office. So unfortunately for this man, yes, this is his end. But be safe out there. And you know, if you watch, don't go and argue over some 20 pesos or 50 pesos with some Trotro Mate. Please. I need you alive so that you can watch my videos. And I don't know, watch other videos on this channel. Tell somebody about Headless. Stay safe out there. Yadeng. Yapong.